twice. I've now. Like,
What?
okay, so in the beginning, we just
In
had
the beginning.
in the beginning. Of course, that's how we would start the show that is during the
Right.
apocalypse.
Yes. Well, yes.
In the beginning, like we used to just have to hit go live once and wait, and it was
Okay.
in stream. We had to verify so we
Uh-huh.
didn't accidentally kick ourselves out.
Right.
Well,
Yeah.
now you have to click go live twice. But what's wild about it is it used to take forever, and now it's
Right.
like, bam, you're live, and it's like, oh, man, I didn't even have time to scratch my ass.
Oh no.
Oh no! Good morning, everyone. It is
happy
April 8th.
Apocalypse Day.
Happy Apocalypse Day. April 8th, 2024. This is the Raging to the Vlog show.
Yeah,
Something.
so it's like, we should get started before another earthquake hits.
Jesus, you ready?
Absolutely not. But hit it.
Now or launch?
What happened?
Do we play the bump now or for the launch?
Let's give it a couple of minutes. Let's give it a couple.
Okay, let's pull this.
Let's give it a
down.
couple of minutes.
I got a lot of cards in here. I have like 3
yeah,
shows in one brand folder.
Little cleaning. I really do wish StreamYard would give us folders. Make it so much easier.
They give us folders, but the thing is there's too many of us now.
Oh,
like I can't. You know what I want? Fuck the brand folders. Give us subfolders for our.
No, that's what I was.
Yeah. That way I could have Nita Lanning, and I can have the vlogs. I can have Sketchy Saturday, and I can have whatever. The RSVP in there, which is like the guys can't agree on what the name of the show is, but the initials are always RSVP.
Oh, that's funny.
So it's like it just changes every week now.
Right.
And then there's God, what else is in this fucking brand folder, Daphne?
I don't know. A lot. There's a lot.
Yeah. Oh, movie night is in this one brand folder.
Right. And then it's like all the audio, all like the video clips that I keep uploading.
Oh my God.
Every time I find something that makes me laugh, I upload a video clip. But before we get started, so who's joining us in the chat?
Let's see. So far this morning we have Mr. Chad Perkins.
Hello.
Sketchy nerdy guy, or sketchy guy Nevada. I'm just gonna call everybody a nerd this morning. Joseph, good morning.
Hello.
And Efrain, and Anthony, and holy crap, there's a lot of people.
Right, really? Hello. And yes, I see you, my beautiful eyeball people watching us from regions beyond. If you're joining us from Facebook, if you're joining us from LinkedIn, come on over to YouTube, join the sexy people in the chat. And while you're here, make sure you like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Facebook, as we know it, has a tendency to to act up, and LinkedIn is just LinkedIn. We'll just take you out.
Will not get its shit together.
Yeah, no, I mean it's been glitching out for like the past couple of weeks
since the blackout.
Yeah, really
blacked out. Yeah, like Messenger is scrambling messages.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of automatic unfollows and shit like that. You guys have to make sure, don't get mad if somebody pops up as like a person you may know. Double check, because like all kinds of bizarre shit.
Right, yeah, because it's like there is like a whole bunch of people I thought I was following already, and it turned out that they weren't even on my list.
If you're monetized through Facebook, you'll have posts that are performing like crap. Like say I have a complete shit post. That post suddenly makes me $25 fucking dollars. But then I have a post with 117 shares and it's like 59 cents. It's like,
oh, well, that's weird. Yeah, the whole thing. Yeah, so the moral of the story is come on over to YouTube. Just make it, it'll be a lot easier for us to talk to. Yeah. You know that's how I get people to remember my name. It's like that. Like if I go to Starbucks, right? You know how it's like they can't spell anything for shit, right?
Right.
I was like, so I go, what's your name? It's Daphne. It's like they go, what? And I go, like Scooby Doo. Oh, and then they spell it perfectly.
Seriously.
Yeah, it's so stupid. So yeah, so I can't be completely mad at that. Yes, I've heard the joke millions of times, but it works in my favor, especially at Starbucks. So.
Oh my gosh.
So hello everyone. My name is Daphne Lage, and I'm a cartoonist, illustrator, and comic book artist from New York. I have been self-publishing comics since 1992, and you know what that means.
You don't understand. I ain't scared of you motherfuckers.
And I am known for my furry fantasy adventure Tall Tales, which launches today on Kickstarter. The brand new Tears of the Mother story arc, issues 1 through 5, and the brand new issue 6. We're going to be bringing that up on the screen very soon. And I am also known for my medieval fantasy drama, Eagle Raven, Heir of the First Unicorn, which also returns to Kickstarter later on this year. You can read both my comics online at eagleworks.com, EGOWORKS, and Tall Tales. That's TAILS online.com. And you can check out all my videos on how I make my comics here on YouTube at my channel at Daphne Lage, LAGE Art, which also simulcasts through the Indie Comics Network. And to tell you more about it, here's Nita.
The Indie Comics Network is a fancy way of saying Nita Lanning's YouTube channel. I just
that Nita
there.
Lanning has a Google account. She has a Gmail account that attaches.
Swear to God, it's like
a YouTube channel.
It's legit Nita and Friends. These networks that you guys are so worried about and everything, they don't exist. They are figments of your imagination. There's no corporation and no one's getting paid here. We are at liberty to do whatever the fuck we want to do.
Right.
Aside from that, we try to, and what we want to fucking do is bring you daily centered comic stuff and shit. And so that's what we do.
Right.
And we have various shows all over the fucking place. And you can find us at indiecomicsnetwork.com.
It's .com.
Cut. Yeah, it is like we always, we're just like Garfield who friends with big boobs. Oh my goodness. Aren't they trying to bring Garfield back? Wasn't there a movie?
Yeah, and it doesn't look that great.
Right. They're trying to bring Garfield back.
It's like, dude.
I swear to God. It's like, I really do.
I think he's had his 9th life. You know what I mean? And I love Garfield.
Right. Remember that creepy ass Garfield book, The 9 Lives of Garfield? And it was like all these different illustrators doing short stories, and it got dark really, really fast.
Right. Good morning,
Nicholas. There was one story. Hello, Nicholas. There was one story where Garfield was a cat in a laboratory. I mean, it was just like really bizarre. The 80s was weird.
Yeah, the 80s were fucking whack, dude.
And 90s, 80s.
I mean, we had the fucking weird ass Garfield book. We had the Satanic Panic. We had we had it all. We had it all. Clips ain't shit.
True.
Shit.
That's true. It's like I feel like that meme with Geralt, where he's saying it's like, I lived through 3 dark ages and 2 end of the worlds, or something like that. That's what it just feels like. But well, before we get started, let me remember. Yeah. Oh, you remember that book, right? Before we get started, let me just remember. Let me just remind everybody what we're here for. Because I almost forgot. So Tall Tales, Tears of the Mother 1 through 6, the furry fantasy epic. It's where I'm going to give it about like a couple of minutes before I launch. Probably around 11:15, I'll launch the campaign. So so if you haven't hit the notify me, you can technically still do that, but we are here to launch the brand new Tall Tales campaign. So in about 5 minutes. I'm going to be launching. So well,
Oh, they did say that would be a possibility.
That's true. Yeah, that this is supposed to be like because it's like not only is there an eclipse happening, but like 5 planets are in retrograde. And like 2 planets are supposed to align as well. Like there's a conjunction on top
It's
of
the great
everything.
conjunction. Oh my god, I should have totally clipped the dark crystal.
Yeah, yeah, there's like a whole bunch of things going on. Like there's a comet.
There's also the 2 cicada swarms.
Oh, well, that's always
not the 2 at the same time. Dude, they're talking about we're gonna be walking around crunching shit out here pretty soon.
Ew. You know, I mean, it's like, let's say, what was the closest to a plague we had here? We had the lantern flies, Chinese lantern flies.
Yes.
Yeah. That was huge this past summer.
Those guys are the worst. You can inhale them. Because they just collapse and fold like you can breathe in and
they're
like goddamn fly.
They're so obnoxious because they're just like really lazy flies. Like they're just like they're like that. You're outside and you're feeling this. Like those they don't move over. You know, they're just doing this all day.
Yes.
Leave me alone. You know, and then it's like you would see the like the buildings, they would all be piled up in the corners, you know, like they would be swarming. It was really gross. Yeah. But yeah, so earthquakes. So yeah, when was that? Saturday?
Friday.
Friday.
Because it would have been during or right before the vlog.
Oh yes, that's right.
And we canceled because I had to update.
Yeah. Like we just in the end, it's like you know, we had a lot of stuff to do, and that's why we didn't have the show. But man, yeah, because that earthquake I think like came around like 10:50 or something in the morning, and the thing is like I was working in the office. And you know, I'm so used. One, they're doing construction next door because there was a water leak, so they were replacing the pipes. So already it's like I had on my head that there was construction. It had something to do with the construction next door, right? And usually with my house, if a big enough truck passes by, you know, the front of the house shakes. That's just what it is. But it lasts like a split second, so it's like, oh, it's just a truck passing by, right? So you know, I'm sitting in the office. I start feeling the vibration for, you know, I'm thinking a truck is passing by, but then the vibration just keeps on going. Right. And then not only that, I'm feeling it back in the office. Right. And then it's like I have this china cabinet that like was really, really rattling. Like it got to a point where it's like when that thing started like really, really shaking, that's when I got up going, this is not
That's a big solid piece of furniture too. You talking about the one across from the table?
Yeah.
Oh shit, bro.
Right. That one really started shaking. And I'm like going, this is not a truck, you know, and I'm thinking that it's like, maybe it was something with the construction. I was like, oh, you motherfuckers better not have hit a gas line. Right. So I stick my head out and it seems like everybody on the block was doing the same thing. Everybody came out of their houses, right? It's like, what the fuck is that? And of course, everyone is staring at the construction guys.
Like, you motherfuckers.
You know, fixing. But the thing is, though, by that point, they weren't even working underground. They had already changed the pipes and everything. They were just laying down cement. So they're like going, that's not us, you know? So it's like, so then like everything just stopped shaking and that was it. And everyone was like, well, holy shit, was that an earthquake? Oh. So of course, where do I go? I go straight to Twitter, right? I go straight to Twitter, you know, it's like, and sure enough, everybody from here, you know, it's like they felt it all the way in Maine. Supposedly it went all the way down to Baltimore, but my sister didn't feel anything. She goes, nah, it didn't feel anything. But yeah, so it seemed like the epicenter was in New Jersey. There was some people, because people in Jersey were saying, oh,
I will take an angry sky over an angry earth any day.
They said that it was really scary. You know, if you the closer you are, if you were in Jersey, they go, no, that shit was like, imagine your whole house shaking.
No, thank you.
Yeah, no, thank you either, right? Yeah. I mean, because it's like, I had a panic attack with Hurricane Sandy.
Nah,
and it's like, and I ended up with this whole like prepper survivalist thing stuck in my head because of Hurricane Sandy. That shit was no joke.
Hurricanes are bullshit.
Yeah, exactly. It's like,
but I'd rather a hurricane than an earthquake.
No,
I'm
absolutely,
sorry.
because a hurricane at least feels like you can prepare for. Like, I'm just like, after the shaking has, they said it took about like 30 seconds. It only lasted 30 seconds. I'm literally standing in the middle of my office and I'm literally like, what could I have done? It's like
the earth would have ate you. That's it.
Even if I had a go bag, like,
you can't go to where you going.
It's like, and it's like I had an existential crisis in the middle of my office. Like, oh my God, like
you just run downstairs or you run outside and that's it. You just have to wait it out.
For an earthquake, you're not supposed to go outside.
Fuck you. I'm not staying in to let my house collapse on me. I'm going fucking outside.
Right.
But we go outside for tornadoes here, though, because it's just
that's well, because you're all crazy over there. Yeah. So it's 11:16 now. So I think I'm going to, before I forget to press the button, I think I'm going to press the button.
You want me to do the trailer first?
Actually, yes. Do the trailer and I'll press the button during the trailer. So
I love when you talk about pressing buttons. It's hot.
So there we go. We are live. Tall Tales, Tears of the Mother, issues 1 through 6 out of this 8-issue limited series. The Furry Fantasy Epic is back on Kickstarter. So Ravenwood and the gang are back in this next story arc following Thieves Quest. So if you collected Thieves Quest, as the video has said, this is a direct continuation of the story that started that started in that story arc. So yes, there we go. So if you have those books, this is the continuation. So this is Tall Tales, Tears of the Mother. For those of you who are joining us for the first time and are not familiar with this book, this is a series that me and JD, this is the one that pretty much started our path on this crazy road. Back in 1992, we started with the first issue of Tall Tales, and we have been working on it ever since. Like crazy people. So it is a fantasy Lord of the Rings style story, done furry style in the easiest vernacular to use for this. Meet Ravenwood, Pandora, Clea, Silvermane, Gabrielle, and Ralph, friends and warriors searching for the Fountain of Talus, whose enchanted waters might help stop a plague ravaging a city under siege. So these are our main characters here. Now, the story arc, like I said, is an 8-issue limited series. But today we are re-offering the first 5 issues, which we had released early on in our Kickstarter career, the first 5 issues. But for this campaign, it's also accompanied by the brand new issue 6. So 2 more issues to go, which I will be finishing this year and releasing together next year, early next year, hopefully, so that we can get this story arc done. So if you're seeing this for the first time, the book is almost done and will be finished this year with a release early next year. So the first 6 issues are here. Yes, so here is the cover to issue 6, and it is a black and white book. So for those of you who have been used to all my color stuff, this particular series is in black and white. So these are the sample pages from that issue 6, just to kind of like give you an idea what to expect, right? And if you still need a little convincing, you can download a free copy off of the Kickstarter itself. You're going to download issue 18 of the original Tall Tales Thieves Quest series,
Nice.
just to give you guys a little taste of the series as it leads into this story arc.
It's your
So
Costco free sample.
Yes, it is. Yes, it's your Costco free sample, because we all love Costco. Oh, Battle Beasts. Yeah, sure. Okay. I'll take that. So a lot of battle beasts in this one, that's for sure, in the literal sense. So yes, you can download a free issue if you want to try it out. And of course, like with all my campaigns, you get a PDF of whatever books you are buying along with the hard copy. So of course, you can start off with a PDF of issue 6 if you have the previous issues already. But if you want to start from the beginning, I have a special level here where you can buy the PDF of the first volume, which is technically 4 issues to start off with. Or if you want, you can get hard copies to start off the series as well. So you can either pick up the book as if you have the previous issues, or you can pick up you can start with the very first volume, as Nita has shown you. It is comic book size. It's a 4. It collects the first. Actually, no, this collects the first 5 issues of the series. The original Tall Tales Thieves Quest is 20 issues, and this first volume collects issues 1 through 5. Actually, let me just double check that there. I'm pretty sure. Yes, it collects issues 1 through 5. This starts the story from the very beginning. So also what this does too is that not only do you start the story from the beginning, but it unlocks all of the add-ons so that you can essentially create your own level starting with volume 1. So, but if you have everything already, of course, you can pick up the issues 1 through 6 as PDFs and hard copies, or you could also get like just the trade paperback set in PDFs. I try to make this as easy and as accessible as possible for everybody to pick up the series. Again, you can pick up all previous copies of Tall Tales, and including our 2 specials, which is Tall Tales the Peacekeepers, which is a self-contained one-shot, and also 1 volume. It's a complete story, and then this is the one-shot. It's a complete story as well. So these are both self-contained stories that you could also get on the campaign. And of course, we also have the return of the infamous monkeys. I think I must hold on. Let me get him right here.
I moved him. He's too far now.
Right. Yeah. So I have a Silvermane vinyl toy in 6 colorways, so you can pick up this collectible vinyl toy as well on the campaign. Good luck to anybody who wants to get all 6 of them at the same time. That's going to be a really big box. So
yeah, the box itself is worth it. The box
Right.
was like phenomenal. In fact, I almost left him in it, but you couldn't see him.
Right. Yeah.
Because of the glare.
The box technically has a short comic on it.
Right.
So it was pretty funny to do. So like the box itself is literally a comic story.
Yeah.
So this is on the campaign as well. For those of you who missed it the first time, the first couple of times. So we pretty much had them on every previous campaign. So like I said, in the add-ons, you can pick up all of the Tall Tales books that came out previously, along with the cover collector set, trading cards, and also we have the sketch cover blanks for those of you who like creating your own special covers for your comics. And of course, if for anybody who missed the previous Eagle Raven campaign, I do have an Eagle Raven starter set on here where you can also pick up the first volume trade paperback and the prequel, the paperback prequel of Eagle Raven. So if you want to collect pretty much all my trade paperbacks, they're all available on this campaign. If this is the first time that you're seeing a Kickstarter, I also have instructions on what is Kickstarter and how you pledge and what happens after you pledge.
Right.
Now, for those of you not familiar, Kickstarter, when you pledge to a Kickstarter, it is not locked in. You can change your pledge at any time. You can add, you can subtract, you can do whatever you want. You have all the freedom to do what you need to do on the campaign until the campaign closes. Granted, it's like when it funds, it's like, yes, it's like, because there's always a chance that a campaign will not fund, but that's not the case here. All my campaigns have funded. All my campaigns have delivered on time. And not only that, this is no exception, because all of the books that I have offered on this campaign have been proofed, including the issue 6, the new copy, the new chapter. Right, everything is proofed, ready to go. So once the campaign is over, all I have to do is just send the files to the printer, and hopefully within 2 weeks, everything will be out the door. So you don't have to worry about whether this campaign is going to fund or even fulfill, because all my campaigns have 100% fulfillment, and you don't have to worry about it. So so that is the campaign. It's kind of short and sweet. There's nothing there's no variant covers or anything like special like that. With Tall Tales, we like to keep everything nice and simple. So it's very easy to maneuver the campaign. So thank you so much so far for the 2 backers who have supported the campaign so far, raising $103. We're very close to
3 backers.
3 backers. Oh, very nice. Very nice. Thank you so much. So I hope that everybody likes what they see on
it is
this campaign.
No smut.
No, actually, no. This is not smut. This is not smut. And the thing is, I think it's kind of it is a furry comic. And we've had people think that
but it's not a
comic.
fucking furry comic.
Right. Yeah, that's true.
There's a difference. There's furry comics and fucking furry comics.
Yes.
This is just a furry comic.
Right. So this is just if there was an age range, I would say it's for 12 and up. Because it does get a little intense in terms of the violence, right? But you know what? If your kid can watch Lord of the Rings, this is pretty much
this house it would be 5.
Right. Yeah, exactly. So it's more action oriented, political intrigue, that type of thing.
Parental discretion is advised.
Is what?
Advised.
Oh, it's advised.
Yes.
Well, but it's not Game of Thrones. Yeah, it's not Game of Thrones. It's definitely more Lord of the Rings than Game of Thrones.
Absolutely. Well, I did say parental discretion is advised.
Well, that's true. Yes.
Yes.
As always. As it always.
Mature content warning.
Right, exactly. As it always, should be.
Right.
So yeah, that's true. Like, look, parents, if you want to know whether this book might be appropriate or not appropriate for your kids. Read it first. And
Right.
then it's like, if you like it, then you can buy another copy, because I know you're going to end up, you don't want your kid messing up yours.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, so there we have it. Tall Tales, Tears of the Mother. Hold on, actually, let me kind of forgot to put, okay, I'm gonna put the link in the chat.
I already did.
No, you already did. Okay, well, you're seeing it again, so there you go.
I'll pin it. Oh wait, no,
There
I
you
can't
go.
pin yours. Shit.
Oh no, okay, no, that's
No, it's
fine.
cool. No, I can't pin it here. What the fuck is wrong with StreamYard, man? And where's
Right,
my
I don't
goddamn
know.
YouTube? Let me go find my YouTube channel.
Right. Okay. So yeah. So there we have it. So that's So yeah. So if you want to know what it's like, if you just want to collect all of the Tall Tales books on the campaign, this is what it looks like.
There we go.
These are all the trades. These are all the trades that are available. The 4 trades, the 2 specials, and the 6. Oh, here we go. And the 6 copies of the series. So yeah, so you're gonna have a very hefty box if you collect everything,
and then throw that toy in there.
Campaign. Oh yeah, and then it's like you're gonna have like a bigger.
But the box is like this big.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's gonna be like,
so you're gonna have So you're gonna have a lot of stuff. You know, I think it's a very you're gonna be busy for a while.
I'm so proud of her.
No, absolutely, HR, absolutely. It's like this is the high that I get. You know, it's like when I add another book to the pile. You know, and actually, let me just finish off the pile so far. So here is Eagle Raven Volume 1 and the prequel. So yeah, so that's my high. Every time I get to add another issue or another trade to the pile, it's like that's just what it's like. This is why, look at my baby. look at my beautiful,
you beautiful baby.
a beautiful baby. So yeah, so and you know, and really, and I think like especially this week, I really do feel way too many people are forgetting why they're doing this.
Right.
And this is my why. This is my why right here. You know, and it's like, and there was, oh, I should have saved that video. I know that I was forgetting something, right? There was this video from Ethan Hawke. It was an interview, and he was talking about how, you know, like he was giving an example about this he was auditioning, like he was making a movie and he was auditioning people, right? And he was talking to one of the like this woman he was auditioning. And he asked her, you know, it's like, so why did she get into acting? You know, it's like, what was it that she wanted to accomplish? And, you know, I guess she gave like the usual rote answers. He really didn't say what she had told him. But the thing that he ended up asking her was, can you imagine yourself at 64 in a high school teaching acting to high school students, or like in a college? Can you imagine yourself doing that? And I guess in the end, it's like she kind of got a little confused, and I guess, like, you know, like what does that have to do with anything? And he goes, well, if you can't imagine yourself teaching your craft no matter the circumstances, what are you here for? You know, and the way I understood it is that if you are chasing something and you can't imagine yourself still doing it when things are not glamorous, you know, like, really, it's like if, like, what if I didn't have Kickstarter? Now, granted, I do have to admit that Kickstarter makes this a lot easier, right? But it's like say I only make $500 on this campaign. Let's just say hypothetically, right? The next issue is still coming out. Like, if I can't imagine myself doing this work and without without the accolades, without the crazy Kickstarter. She was like, what if I never make a $10,000 campaign? It's like, well, the next book is still coming out.
Right.
That's it's like, if I literally was doing this for myself, if something happened and it's like, well, guess I'm just going to have to get a job and do this on the side. The next issue is still coming out. Like, and that's kind of how I understood it, that it's like, if you can't imagine yourself doing your craft at the worst, at the lowest point, not that I want to say that teaching in a school, yeah,
Right.
I know, Melissa, right?
Like,
teaching
yeah,
in a
please.
school, teaching art classes is a low point. I don't want to say that, but it's like, but if all you're doing this for is for like the glamour, the glam and the money, and it's like, oh, it's like, if this campaign doesn't make $10,000, I'm never gonna do this again, type
Right.
of thing. Then what are you doing this for?
Right.
Because we've talked about it. It's like, what happens when all of a sudden it's not there anymore?
Huh.
What happens? It's like,
What then?
what then? It's like, what does this really mean to you? Right. So yeah, it's like, I should have found that that video, because because I mean, obviously he was a lot more articulate than I'm just completely paraphrasing. But another thing though, Nita. Oh, I was today years old. All this time, I didn't know what EFAPing.
Oh, dude, come on, man. Why didn't you just ask? I use it all the time.
Because I thought it was something else.
Oh, well, what did you think it was?
Well, because in the context of when I first heard the word EFAPing, this was like several years ago. I was on a show that it was such a disaster for me. It's like, I was on the show under the guise that I was going to be interviewed, and it was like one of the worst shows I ever was on, because it's like nobody was paying attention, right? Even when the host was trying to talk to me, all his other people on his screen, I guess all his other co-hosts were doing something else. Like, they were having like individual conversations with the chat. Like, not even the chat was paying attention. And the conversations that they were having on the air was like so in joke. There was nothing for me to understand, right?
Well, see, that's why we don't. Okay, go ahead.
Right. No. So I couldn't even understand. Like, I didn't know what the jokes were.
That was a train wreck, not a show.
So so it's like, I felt very ignored. Like, why was I even there? If we're not, it's like, I'm talking and I could tell that the chat wasn't even paying attention, because they were too busy talking to the back and forth with the other hosts. And I remember complaining about that to you, and you said, oh yeah, it's one of those EFAP shows, right? And the phrase made sense to me in the context that I thought you were using it in, where it's like, oh, EFAPing. It's like, oh, it's just the hosts pretty much publicly masturbating the chat, because it's like it's just like the conversation between the hosts and the chat are so in show that nobody knows, like, unless you know what they're talking about, you have no idea what they're talking about.
Right.
So I just thought it was that. It was just it was just like, oh, EFAPing, right? It's like, oh, it's just sitting there masturbating the chat. And so I always thought that's what that meant. So, I never thought about it really. And then I saw something today where I saw that, they were talking about EFAPing. That EFAPing was boring and all this.
It is. It's old. We're tired of it.
Yeah.
It's been done.
Somebody had asked in the chat, what's an EFAP? right? What's an EFAP stream? And the person answered, it's when they take somebody, like someone else's show, and streams it and then makes running commentary on it.
Right.
And I was like going,
no, what you saw was just circle jerking.
Oh, was I confusing? I was confusing fapping with circle jerking.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. So I went into Google and I just typed in, what is EFAP? What is an EFAP stream? And it turns out it's an acronym for what is it? Every other, it's like every EFAP.
I can't even remember.
FAP. Yeah, it's like it's an acronym.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I just know that I hate it.
Right. Yeah. Every frame a pause.
Right.
So what it is that so I guess it's similar to, like, remember back in the day on YouTube where reaction videos were pretty snarkle jerking. Yeah, that's it. Every frame a pause. Right. And I agree, Patrick. Oh, you kids, it's your modern lingo. Get off my lawn. Get off my lawn with your EFAPing. And your daisy chains or whatever the fuck you're doing over there. I don't know. Right?
Daisy chains. God, Debbie, you just hate everything now. Let the kids have some fun.
I know, right? So remember when reaction videos were like all the rage, and it was very controversial because a lot of creators hated reaction videos because they felt like it was these fake creators gaining clout for their content.
Right.
Because technically you couldn't have one without the other, right? It's like these people were just taking the content that these creators worked hard to do, and they were making money just reacting to it. And I've seen variations of that on TikTok, where it's like, I hate these because usually it's like, it's somebody, like it's another video that they stitched. And then all it is the person going like, yeah. They're doing like this. Yeah. And that's all they're doing.
Like Mr. Anderson.
Yeah. That's all they're doing is that. Right. And it's like, oh yeah, I'd be pissed too. It's like, like I'm the one, like, not me personally, but it's like, I'm
make
the one
your own shit. Video. Get off my dick.
Yeah. And then it's like somebody else is taking your shit, and streaming it. And just because, and just because they like make some snarky commentary to it, all of a sudden they think they're content creators. When it's really you're the one who bothered with the content, and they're just doing this.
But what's sad is when you see these guys, that's all their shit is, and the people who made the original fucking content have like 30,000 followers, but the motherfuckers who were doing the tack on bullshit have like 1 million, and it's like,
oh yeah,
what the fuck?
Right.
No, fuck you. I just tune. I block them. I block them just so I just keep blocking.
Right. No, that's block, a huge problem. Because of course, because you end up with all these fake accounts who just do that, right? They just steal the content. Right. So yes. But the point is that I learned exactly what an EFAP thing is. And speaking of EFAP, so how was your movie night?
Our movie night was fucking awesome. We watched one of the possibly worst movies ever. It was myself and Chad Perkins and Aaron and C and Christy Shin joined us. And check out y'all really have to check it out. It was ICN movie night. It's in the Dumpster Fire playlist.
Right.
Because that's what we are over here at Indie Comics Network. We're just a huge dumpster fire.
Right.
So we're gonna live up to our name, and now we have a playlist called the Dumpster Fire. And it's on there. Go check it out.
Right.
It was basically us just talking shit while watching a movie, and we're gonna do it again next month, and we're gonna be watching Attack of the Leeches or some shit like that. It's just
right, because you were watching the was it the Richard
the
Corbin?
1994 Fantastic Four,
right? Is it Richard Corbin? No, Robert Corbin's the artist. Richard Corman is the director, right?
And it was an experience. I've never seen it before. I would not have sat through it.
Right.
Had not been these circumstances.
Right.
I would have walked away. So yeah.
Yes.
Like, I'd have been like, okay, I got shit to do. Like, I'm not gonna waste
Right.
these 2 hours of my life.
It's kind of like watching Sharknado, where it's like
Right. It's better. You need friends. You
right,
need friends.
right. Okay, yeah.
Do not do Fantastic Four alone.
Right, yeah. You might hurt yourself.
Roger Corman.
Roger Corman. Okay, Roger Corman.
Yes, that will be, let's see, Nicholas. We will be pulling that one off on May. Wait, that can't be right. Where's my fucking calendar? I might have missed up the date already.
Oh, no.
May 1st. May 1st.
Okay. So you're going to do this
the first Wednesday of every month. Copyright gold mine.
Technically, so is that an EFAP? Does that fit the definition?
I mean, yeah, but it's not really an EFAP of a movie. But the EFAPs that irk me are the people going and attacking the other creators on their stream. It's like, man, get the fuck out of there. Get the fuck out of there. Oh, it's on the list, Patrick. Humanoids from the Deep.
Oh, is that the... Oh, okay, so... Yeah, but it has to be a copyright-free movie, right?
Right. No, we do have to be careful with that. And the Fantastic Four would not, by the copyright, but there are a lot of movies that you can catch this loophole where there was either misrepresentation in the copyright, or if it never made it to theaters, there's some kind of waiver that you can. It's complicated and tricky, and we may end up getting a strike eventually or a flag, but whatever. And when we do, then we'll just stick. Yeah, that's right. It was more of like a mystery theater 3000. It really was.
Although the chat was I think the chat's more than happy to, like, if you want to join in, if you want to watch it and join in the chat, I think you had the chat going too.
Yeah. Right? Oh yeah. The chat was going too. It was a good time. And it's open. Like, we're only going to be doing one guest that's not directly associated with us. Yes. It was the whole face, because the whole movie was like,
oh no.
But anyway, but anyway, it's open to just friends and fans too. But there will be only one guest at a time. So if you want to join us, DM me or Chad Perkins, and we'll add you to the list. We are scheduled out for a couple of months right now.
Right.
So this might be something we might end up trying to do more than once a month.
Okay.
Eventually, but right now things are complicated and busy as fuck. So for now, it's once a month.
Oh, okay. All right.
It was just fun. It was just bullshit. Just no comics, just bullshit. Just whatever the fuck.
Right. Yeah. I mean,
the dumpster fire that we are.
Exactly. It was only tangentially related because it was Fantastic Four.
But the next one won't be. So it's like, it's just what it is.
Right. Yeah. But it will be about leeches, though.
Which is exactly what the comic book industry is.
Right. Exactly. Oh my goodness. Really. But so what else was going on? Okay. So for those of you on a previous show, I had mentioned how there was this new convention that was popping up that I had thought of going, that on impulse, I decided I was going to get a table, see if I can get a table on it from it. So this is Monsterotica 2025. So at least it's next year. And it is a convention solely for authors who write monster smut and the people who love them. So it's the only one of its kind.
Fucking furries.
Well, kind of, sort of, yeah.
Monsters are furries, Daphne.
Yeah, well, you see, the problem was that they didn't think I was a good fit, or they just ran out of tables. Either one.
Huh.
So I had gotten my rejection notice the other day, saying it's like, well, either we thought you weren't a good fit, or we just ran out of tables. Because not surprising, it's like they were prioritizing people who were already established in this field, and I just started getting into this stuff, so it's not that I wasn't completely like, in the end, I wasn't mad about it because I do not know what these author conventions are like. I really don't. It's like, because I even tried looking of like other like romantasy conventions, because I wanted to see how different they were from comic book conventions. And I couldn't find anybody who put up like videos. It's not like there was nobody walking. Like, the only videos I could find were people like showing what books they got signed. And but nobody showed like the dealer's room or anything. So it's like, I just didn't know how different it was. Like could have I sold comics at this thing? Who knows? Right?
I don't know. I think so. I think so.
Especially since the type of artwork that a lot of these authors, if not all of them, are using for their books. A lot of these books, like there's an author who hires furry artists to do her covers for her novels. USA Today bestseller. So it's like, my artwork wouldn't have been that out of place at this convention, but probably my presentation would have been. So instead of like taking, it's like, oh, I didn't get in or whatnot. So what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to get tickets to the convention and go anyway, just so I can get a feel as to what this convention is like, so that I can prepare for next time. The thing is, it's like, I think that by May 2025, I think I might have, like, by then I might have something. I might have some novels ready. I'm not sure. Depends on how it goes and how I want to like, I have several chapters of the novelization, and it's like, it would be very easy for me to print up a couple of copies. But I had a horrifying thought. That's like, what, maybe it was a good thing I didn't get this table, because it's like, Nita, what if I was the weirdo at the Monster Fucker convention?
Yeah, that's going to be some next level shit there.
It's like, Nita, it's like, what if I don't want to embarrass myself at the Monster Fucker convention?
How do you embarrass yourself at a Monster Fucker convention?
I mean, like, it's like, so maybe it was a good thing I didn't get a table for this. It's like, maybe I should go visit this convention and prepare accordingly. I told Jose that joke, and he goes, no, it would be worse to fit in at the Monster Fucker convention.
Wow, he's so mean. So mean.
He goes, I would be more concerned at fitting in.
Oh my God.
So that's my plan, right? To go well, I hope I can get a ticket, because it turns out that's a really small convention. They're only selling 500 tickets.
That's it?
Yeah, that's it. That's how small the convention is. And actually only 275.
If they're only selling 500 tickets, how many tables will they have?
That I don't know, because it looks like they have a lot of people there. So what they were explaining.
So
Well, it's the first one. And they were saying that they were really, really hesitant to make the show to allow more people in, because they kind of like, they're outright saying they're not quite sure they know how. Yeah, no, who knows, Patrick? I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know. But I just said, it's like, there's this one author who hires furry artists to do her werewolf stuff,
right,
to do artwork for her. I mean, legit furry.
Yeah, so furry's not offensive to these people.
Furry is not a big deal. It's just that, what kind of furry? It's like, yeah, I know, it would be that would be humiliating. Absolutely humiliating, Patrick.
Too much. You're just look, it's not you, it's us.
Right. Yeah, I know. Right. So it's like, because it's like, okay, like the whole thing, it's like, would people who read novels, would they buy comics? Do they collect prints? What kind of prints? Do they prefer prints that they can
Stickers,
stick?
buttons, you got all kinds
Right.
of shit.
It's like,
What
it's like,
extras
are
do
they
like?
into sticker? Like what are they into? Bookmarks, it's like, should I be
Apparently
making
they're into
bookmarks?
silicone toys
Well,
of various
okay,
yeah.
that's definitely out of my wheelhouse right now. So, unless the wheelhouse is
But I
sentient,
was not
apparently.
opposed to flip, because like once you see it, it can't be unseen.
There's an author. Holy shit. I mean, it's like, because I had to preface this whole thing. It's not just monster fuckers. It's it's monsters, aliens, and sentient objects. If anyone's familiar with Chuck Tingle's work, it kind of like that. But I didn't know it was like that. Because
It's
there's literally
like
a woman an author who's going to be there, where her whole thing is a sentient potato.
Wait. I'm done. I quit.
So it's like, I need to research this a little bit more.
Yeah, maybe we don't want to fit in. Be the outlier, Daphne. Be the outlier that you
look,
are.
I just want to find out what people buy there
Embrace
at
this
these
shit.
things. I just want to find out what people buy at these things. So yeah, I don't know, Nita. I don't know. So yeah, I'm gonna try to snag a ticket for it, but it's for next year. So I have time to think about it.
How much are these tickets?
$125 for the entire weekend. I don't know. You know what? There's a whole bunch of authors that I do follow already. That's
it's in New York?
No, it's in Baltimore.
Oh fuck, never mind. Okay.
Yeah, it's in Baltimore.
No, I want to come see you before then anyway.
Right. No, not for this convention. Not for this convention. Although Jose recommended maybe you want to come because we're still debating New York Comic Con.
I'm not for it.
Yeah, we're still debating New York Comic Con.
Because here's the thing. Even at MegaCon is as big of a con as I will attend. That is the maximum size for me. Because even there, my sensory issues became overwhelming to the point I spent a lot of time just walking outside.
Right.
In New York, if I fucking walk out one door, I'm in another borough. So
that's
I'm just gonna pass on that one.
Is pretty big,
and I'm gonna come see you this fall, probably September.
Right. Yeah, probably we'll stick it around the same time, because I'm kind of debating Baltimore Comic Con again.
Okay. I would do Baltimore though, if like,
because it's like, I don't know. I know that I was really ready to like write it off last year because I was just so put off by it. Like, it was just like a lot of preparation for nothing. That's what it felt like.
Yeah, but could you understand making love to a potato? Like,
I don't know.
I don't know, because there's hospital stories about that,
No,
like,
we're not talking about hospital stories about potatoes.
Okay, I'm sorry. I had a yeast infection in my old wives' tales told me.
Oh no. Fight yeast with yeast.
No.
So, Baltimore.
Back to Baltimore.
Baltimore's going to be a very busy place. So I was thinking about Baltimore Comic Con again, and so in the past, so last year I was really put off by it because I had prepared so much, and the thing was a dud. Oh, the thing was a dud. And because they held it the same weekend as Small.
Go away, Nicholas. You're banned.
No, don't ban Nicholas.
Shit.
Oh my goodness. Where was I? Oh yeah,
Baltimore.
It was the same weekend as SPX, Small Press Expo, and some kind of Orioles game. So the thing was a disaster. Nobody was at the convention. I was just literally there rounding corners on every single piece of paper on my table. And I just like, you know what? I'm not going to bother with it next year, right? But the thing is, though, especially with what happened and what's been happening lately, I think I realized that I had been thinking about conventions wrong all this time.
Yes.
Because I always looked at conventions as just like, okay, this is just to make money and go home type of thing, right? It's like, and I always hear people go, oh no, it's good to network and this, that, and the other thing and whatnot, which is technically what I want to do at Monsterotica. It's like, I want to go there and network, see what's there, who's there, it's like, oh, could I work with these authors? I don't know, that whole thing, right? But especially these recently, not even recently, it was really driven home how important it is to meet the people that we share this community with in person. And especially with Baltimore, we met a lot of people there. It's like we met Madeline there, Michael Oden, Timothy Fling. Is it Timothy Fling?
Yeah, it's Timothy Fling.
Yeah, Timothy Fling. I'm confusing with someone else because there's another Timothy. There's another Tim that I keep. Who else did we? Well, we met George there, Jonathan Syfax. It's like we met a whole bunch of people. I mean, but George, but we've met. It was just a good. It's like, oh, we got to see people in person.
Right.
It's
harder to mask in person.
Right. And really
vibes are real.
Yeah, no, vibes are absolutely real. And I'm just kind of like going, it's like, you know what? Maybe the whole point of conventions is to make sure that the vibes are good.
Right.
That it's like, that, we talk to we talk to so many people, but it's like, you know what? Yeah, maybe the conventions is kind of like, it's not just networking. It's not just making money, but also it's like, oh, you're the person that I listen to. You're the person. Oh yeah, we met online and we did the stream together. And it's like, oh my God, thank God you're not a weirdo.
Yeah, like it's like even with us, man, we've been friends online for fucking years.
Yeah.
And it was like up until I fucking landed my ass in New York, we were messaging each other like, please don't be sus.
Right. Yeah,
like,
exactly. Yeah.
God, I will hate I will hate everything. I will cry. Like, just because you don't know.
Right. Yeah, so luckily luckily, like it's like, well, it's like, oh, we're meeting together in New York. You want to try this again in Florida?
And I'm coming back again.
Right. So I think it worked out.
Yeah, it worked out pretty good. Yeah.
I
met your mom now.
Right, exactly. I think once you get to that point, I think it should be good.
Yeah, we're good. We're good.
We're good, right? So, and I think it's the same thing with going to conventions and meeting people in person, because it's like, yeah, there's a lot of things that's a lot easier to hide behind a screen.
Right.
That once people see you in person, it's not that easy to hide.
Right.
And I think that we could have we could have circumvented a lot of problems in the past had we met certain people in person first.
Ooh.
And especially recently, it's like, you know what? That really is a thing. We really should make it a point to meet each other in person.
Yes.
You know, even if it's like we only see each other once a year at a convention, right?
Right.
At least let's do a vibe check once.
Or at least just once. Yeah, just that once.
Right. Let's get the vibe check at least once.
And I'll one up that. If there's someone that you legit want to be your friend,
right.
you need them outside of that con too, because we have our
right.
con faces as well. Because
that's
it's still
true.
business.
Right.
Take them to dinner. Go meet them,
which
for
is
dinner,
a huge
or
thing,
whatever.
Which really is a huge
because
thing.
That's the relaxed circumstance when somebody feels they can let their fucking guard down enough,
right?
You know, like
no,
let's learn people before we judge them. Let's learn people before we befriend them. Let's try. Let's practice indifference.
Yeah, or something, right?
Because God damn, it's dangerous.
You know, because something that I'm still percolating for another show, right? Is the idea of, does your life end when the computer gets turned off?
Ooh.
I'm still percolating this conversation.
Yeah.
What was that? I said, we should just have comic creator gatherings so we can meet each other in person without spending thousands of dollars to be ignored by con attendees. Well, if you say it like that, because that's how I felt at Baltimore. But technically I didn't spend. I mean, it was just more my time, But even then, you know what? Yeah, I probably shouldn't judge Baltimore on that show because the timing was just really...
No, I'm all for it. We should have creator cons that are like meet and greets. There's no sales, there's no nothing. There's a dining area and an MMA fighting ring. And then we decide where we go and what we're doing and who we're doing it with. Right. Yes. I am all for this. I want to punch you in the fucking mouth and I want to have a beer with you.
Yeah, you know how it's like, you can rent you can do birthday parties at Chuck E. Cheese or something, right?
Yes.
So it would be kind of like a birthday party, but we're doing it at I don't know, Tiger Schulman's or something. It's like it's kind of like a birthday party, but not.
Right.
So I don't know. Oh, right. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Yeah. But yeah, so it's like, and I in the end, it's like I kind of think that there's like that. I think like a big danger that a lot of us can fall into, because most of who we know is online, is that we forget to create an offline life. Right, exactly, yes. Because it's like, because it is such a dangerous thing to be terminally online.
Wow, yeah.
And it's like, because it's like how many things can just be solved by just getting away from the computer, right? But what if you have nowhere to go to? Like your community should be just as robust offline as it is online. Or at least more or at least, I mean, it just boils down to, oh my God, people, please go outside and touch grass.
Touch the grass.
I mean, that's
look at the sky.
That's literally, I mean, it's like, if you feel like your life becomes unlivable because you're not online, please change that.
Yes.
Please change. It's like, really go outside, go to a park. I mean, it's like, look, Jose's been talking to people that he has just outright been saying, go to a fucking museum.
Right.
Go to a park, go hang out with your kids, go hang out with your friends. Please tell me you have friends in the meat space. You have like, you tell me you have friends that are that you can go hang out with outside, away from the computer. It's, like I said, I'm still kind of percolating this conversation, but yeah, so I kind of think that, what, it's like, I think that's kind of where conventions come in.
Yeah. I agree.
It's just to see these people in person, so you get that vibe check, right? And it's like, and you feel like you have more of a connection outside of the computer. It's like, Nicholas says, all just aside, get out, sit by a fire, and get to know folks.
Yeah.
Just have like one big comic picnic. Folks these days look at being antisocial as a badge of honor, and it's like, that's not healthy. I mean, we can joke about the antisocial social
and
club,
we do,
right?
we do.
There was a designer who literally made that shirt a fashion icon for a little bit, but it's actually not funny. As Ronan says, it's actually a disorder. People want to talk about a loneliness epidemic as long as they don't have to meet people to do it.
Right.
It's like, so I just started thinking about conventions a little bit differently. Like I was telling Jose, it's like, we can go back to Baltimore, but you know what? I think my problem is that I made it too complicated. It's like, you know what? Let's go back to Baltimore. Let's just bring a tablecloth and our trade paperbacks, and that's it. So it's like, so we're gonna have like all our, and then we have 4 Oswald trades too,
right?
And it's like, this is what's going to be on the table. Keep it really simple. Maybe have like very minimal props, business cards, maybe some trading cards, maybe have a dollar book or something like maybe like, but like, just keep it simple. Right. No crazy displays, just our banners. It's, I don't know.
Back to the basics.
Yeah, back to the basics. I mean, it's like, look, way too much has been going on. And look, considering the eclipse is supposed to hit us at around 3:00 today. Maybe this is all just moot. I'm going to end up having the shortest Kickstarter campaign ever. But no, it'll be fine. I'm not a medieval peasant. But as much as I love medieval times, I would never say I was born in the wrong era. I was born in the wrong time. It's like, no, fuck that shit being a medieval peasant. What's the first thing that's gonna, it's like, oh, what would you do? It's like someone had said, it's like, oh, what would you do if you could go back in time and back to the medieval times? I go, I'd probably get eaten by a wolf. It's like, no, I'm good.
Petting the wrong puppy.
Yeah, exactly. No, I'm good where I'm at. Yeah, I'm good where I'm at.
Undercooked chicken took me out.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, really, so I'll pass on that. But so that's just something that I was just thinking about, and it's like, maybe that was the thing. Also, I made Baltimore too complicated. That's why I want to check out this other convention, so that I don't make it complicated. It's like, what are people into? They're into novels, they're into stickers, they're into prints. What are they into? Would they buy a comic? Maybe it's like, exactly. Yeah, no, it's like, I'm good with the hygiene. Thank you. Right? I think hygiene is a very good thing. Even though medieval people actually bathed. I was watching another video about that. They actually bathed. They actually had facilities, It wasn't all about shitting in the woods. It was just, it's like you can't imagine like how much history has to be maneuvered around the goddamn Victorians. The Victorians are just making up shit. They really were. It's like they were the ones who made up the whole shit about like, oh, peasants only bathed once a year or something. It's like, no, it's like they made that up to make their times look more reasonable in comparison. It's like, oh yeah, we have raw sewage in the streets, but medieval people only bathed once a year. It's like, no, that was not true. That was not true. There have been flushable toilets since I think like ancient Macedonia.
Right.
I mean, like the Romans had private bathrooms. There are palaces. Yeah, there are medieval palaces that had private bathrooms. I mean, really, it was the monks, it was medieval monks who created the idea of spa weekends. They created the first spas. It's like I think like soap was, there was soap since Persian times. I mean, I mean, yes, the Victorians were just out of control.
It was
really.
wild. And
yeah, they really were making up shit, and historians have been working around them ever since. So, but still, though, I much prefer what we have now than than that. But what was my point about that? I don't know. Speaking of medieval times.
Whoa, here we go.
Right. I'd like to thank the 9 people who have pledged so far to the campaign. We're just a little halfway towards goal. Shouldn't take long. Thank you so much for pledging to the campaign. We have 31 days to go. It's a little bit of a long campaign, but that's fine. Tall Tales is kind of the not as popular child to the younger sister Ego Raven, but
which is crazy to me because Tall Tales is fantastic. So is Ego Raven.
Right.
Tall Tales is like extremely underrated.
Yeah, I think so.
Like,
I really
it is
do think
very
so.
well written, and I would have said that before Daphne and I were friends.
Which you were, actually. You were actually
been saying that.
Yeah. Like I said, we've been doing this since 1992. We're still going to be doing this. We actually have one more story arc that comes after this, which completes the entire series. But yeah, so it's like, it just reminds me as to just like how much work I have to do. I think I'm going to start doing the next 8 pages for Ego Raven issue 12 this week. I was supposed to start. Yeah, I'm a little behind on my pencils, but that's okay because I'm still, as long as I finish my entire series, all my pencils this year, I'm fine. It just goes to show you how important it is to have a flexible schedule, so that if anything does come up, it's not completely wrecking everything.
Right.
That was another thing I had to learn the hard way. I had to learn not to make my schedule so full and so rigid that I have to schedule my nervous breakdowns in between them as well. No, we do not want that. So like for issue 12, so I have the first 8 pages penciled. So I figured this week I'll just do the next 8 pages, get it halfway done, just, kind of like take a little bit more time with it. But Tall Tales will be finished. This story arc will be finished this year as well. So that the beginning of next year, we're going to have a final campaign for this story arc. So
nice.
Yeah, so yeah, it's fun. It's fun. Yeah, you know what? Even if I was just like, I don't know, still working at Kinko's, I would still be doing this. like it just doesn't matter. It's like
it's in your blood.
Yeah, it's in the blood, just like an STD. And and
Well, if you leave the potatoes out.
All right, if you leave, yeah, this is what happens when you get potatoes involved. And yeah, and it's like, yeah, I know. It's like, yeah, you know what? I just need to go to that convention just to say, what is the deal with you people? And can I come here next year?
Oh my God.
Like, how do you no, yeah. Also the thing is that there's a bunch of authors I want to meet too that I've been following their stuff.
He should have let me ban him.
No, do not ban. There's a couple of authors there that I do want to meet. Because I found out that January Bell is going to be there.
Oh, nice.
Tiffany Roberts is going to be there. No, I was so happy because January Bell, I have been bugging her since her last campaign, Accidental Alien Brides, because I remember finding her campaign and I remember promoting it on the show a couple of times, but I had wanted to read one of her books first before I bought it. And because I thought that maybe she would do a backer kit afterwards, and she never did. And I regretted not, because once I read that first book, I wanted the rest of the series so bad in that collector edition. And I was like kind of bugging her, because it's like, oh, are you going to make it available? Are you going to make it available? Are you going to make them available? So she just released another book. And so I pledged to that book, and then I went bothering her again, and I go, hey, so what are the chances that you're going to have Accidental Alien Brides available as an add-on on this campaign? And she goes, oh, that is such an excellent idea.
Oh, good. Awesome.
That is I didn't even know you could do that. And then she says, well, I'm going to a convention soon. I'll see if I have any copies available when I come back, and I'll put them up there. Not even a day later, I saw on Instagram, Accidental Alien Brides now available as add-ons. I went running to her campaign, spent a little bit more money than I wanted, but you know what? I wanted the books more.
Right.
So I was so happy to finally get my hands on those books. So very happy. I was very thrilled. And then I realized like how many novels I've bought off of Kickstarter this past year. And then I go, oh shit, I really do need a bookshelf. I need a bookshelf. So
always enough.
Yeah. So I bought a bookcase. I bought a small one that I'm going to put the parakeets on top of, and I'm going to set up that bookshelf. But then I realized that, if I bought like a proper bookshelf, I could like rearrange all this, and kind of like display everything better on a bookshelf, and it's like, and just have, and then finally be able to put all my other art books also back in the office too. So I'm like, oh, okay, maybe I can put my books back in my office. So yeah, so that's another thing that I'm thinking about too. It's just, how am I going to fit all these books in? Oh my goodness.
Dude, speaking of, this is just a weird observation.
What?
Today's the eclipse, right?
Yes.
Einstein and the parakeets are being unusually quiet. In fact, I forgot they were there until you mentioned them.
They're eating right now, actually.
That's just bizarre, because usually Einstein is like cheering us on with his wows and all that shit in the background.
The parakeets are eating. He's chewing his boxes, usually they're a lot noisier.
He's usually like cheering us on and shit. Wow.
Yeah. Just everybody's kind of get their last meals in, I guess. I don't know. What would you be? I think a Chipotle is in order. What do you think? Getting
Okay.
Eclipse Chipotle for today. No, I don't know. I gotta go to the post office. I have my last. I finished all those sketch covers.
I know, right?
Oh my goodness. I guess it just goes to show you how much noise they make. But yeah, I finished all my sketch covers over the last week.
They look
And
great, by the way.
yeah, I know. I'm really happy with them. I have to get those out, which officially closes the Eagle Raven campaign, which I'm really happy about. And then it's just, continuing from there. So I don't know, maybe I will get a Chipotle while I'm out at the post office.
You got till 3 o'clock.
Yes, I do. No, Chad, I was telling Nita the idea that I had for the cover, and
you're gonna love it.
I really want to. I really want to get. Thank you, Nicholas. I really. I really want to get to this because the idea that I have for it is way too funny. I hope you'll
be
appreciate
hilarious.
it.
He's gonna love it. He's going to love it.
So yeah, I have to get to that too. So so anything you have planned for today while we still have a rest of the day?
No, I have edits to do. Edits, and post, and meet my Facebook quota today, so they don't have to sweat it anymore. Because the way they monetize you on Facebook is you have to minimally make $100 every month. Because if you don't hit that 100 before your calendar rolls over, you don't get jack shit, even if you made $99.99. So,
that's shady.
Yeah. It's a bitch, but usually you make a good bit more than that. So like, especially like if you've built up your following, so like, but I am thrilled because like I recently had one post today this morning hit $35 fucking. I'm like,
oh, there you
go, damn. Okay, let's do this.
Well, hey, so yeah, so that's what we got planned for today. I guess until 3 o'clock.
Well,
until the world ends at 3 o'clock. So.
Well, for my time. So call me and let me know how that works out.
Right? Yeah, of course.
Call me from the future, Daphne.
Yeah. Okay. Oh my goodness. So, any final thoughts? Any schedule things? Any?
My final thought. Okay, so let's see. Tune in. Let's see. Today is what, Monday? Is it Monday? Yeah, it is Monday. And tune in all week. We've got shows running every day, multiple shows daily, whatever. But my final thoughts are is just be very careful, because some things that appear good are evil, and some things that appear evil are more neutral and harmless than you would think. Meet people in person, meet people in real life, get out and touch the fucking grass, because this shit is stupid.
Yeah. A lot of people arguing over stupid shit, and it's just like, please go outside. Go enjoy the sun before the moon ruins it for everybody.
Just do it.
Yes, exactly. So if so again, thank you everybody who supported the campaign so far. Tall Tales Tears the Mother issues 1 through 6 is live on a Kickstarter right now. We are almost to goal. We have a $500 goal. We're at $286. Thank you so much for everybody who have supported so far. All previous Tall Tales books are on the campaign as well, including the first volume of Eagle Raven and the prequel. If you want to collect everything, absolutely everything. So everything's in the add-ons, the toys, everything. So thank you so much, everybody, for supporting the campaign so far. Go outside before the food ruins. Yes, absolutely. We have 31 days to go. There's plenty of time. There's plenty of time until 3:00.
Hurry up, get your book.
Yeah, exactly. So if you want to learn more about me and my portfolio, my artwork and everything, and my campaigns, because I always have a campaign running, you can head on over to my portfolio site, egoworks.com, EGOWORKS. You can find links to all of my galleries and social media sites, but I mostly post to Facebook. If you are interested in seeing sketches and current work in progress updates and any live updates I may have. And remember that you can also catch me on YouTube as well at my channel, Daphne Lage, Lage Art, for my semi-weekly art live streams Wednesdays at 4 p.m. Eastern. It's 2 hours of me just working and talking with the chat. So this Wednesday, I'll definitely try to do a show. I have, at least let me finish Rob's commission on there. At least let me do that. Right. Oh my God, I'm so behind. So I'll be working on that this Wednesday. So join me there at 4 p.m. Eastern. Also, you can read Ego Raven, Air the First Unicorn for free, uploading every day, Monday through Friday. But if you prefer your fantasy to be more of a furry Lord of the Rings adventure and you want to read the comic for free before you decide you want to support the campaign, you can follow the link over to Tall Tales. That's TAILS online.com. And not only can you read the first 20 issues of Tall Tales for free, but you can catch up on the latest story arc, Tears of the Mother, which is also currently uploading for free and on Kickstarter as we speak. So check all that out. Support the campaign. Thank you so much. Link in the chat, link in the show notes. And so thank you so much, everybody, for joining us on this very weird Monday. Everything, all the planets, all the planets and all the planets. And of course, in the words of the ancients, eat your food, moisturize, mind your business, and do the work. Because when you actually do the work, you never have to fake any of your accomplishments. Thank you so much again. We'll see you Wednesdays for my live stream, and we'll be back on Friday to give you a rundown of how we survived today. So
yeah, I'm not speaking before 3.
That's true. Yeah. So thank you so much, everybody, and we'll see you next time.
Maybe.